Hello, Tom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, to be honest. I remember yesterday you talk about some English words related to the Bible. Good Samaritan. Turn the other cheek. The right. Okay, so Good Samaritan means good person, a good person who selflessly helps others. And turn the other cheek, and also the writing on the wall, okay, which means a warning or a sign, okay, and also scapegoat, a person who is blamed or punished for the sins of others. And the last one you talked about yesterday is a leap of faith, a decision to believe in something despite a lack of evidence or certainty. All right. And then can you talk about like 5 more English words that are commonly used by native speakers of English, and those words are from the Bible?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first one, prodigal son. Is that how you pronounce it? Prodigal son.
Son.
Prodigal. Can I say? Do I say it right? Prodigal son.
Right.
Prodigal son. Okay. Is that commonly used? Because I never heard it before.
I wouldn't say it's used all the time. It's used sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, okay.
It's usually in reference to this story in the Bible.
Oh, okay. So the prodigal son returned home after squandering his inheritance. Returns. But for this word, the son have to return home. Is that necessary?
Yeah, it's part of the story. The prodigal son is a son who his father for his inheritance, and then he goes and takes it and he squanders it. And once he realizes he made a mistake, he comes back home. So somebody may suspect that the father would reject him or kick him out, but that's not what happens. The father forgives him and takes him back.
Okay. Well, what does squandering mean?
Squandering is like you're wasting it.
Wasting.
It's like almost like throwing it away.
Oh, okay. Throwing it away. I'm not sure.
Like you go and he took his inheritance and he like used it for, drinking and I guess prostitutes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I think we have found the words in Chinese. Okay. In Chinese we said a son who's a loser and who wasted all the money, all the inheritance from their parents, right? Yeah. So simply, so basically, they mean the same thing, right? But I don't understand. I mean, what's the focus here of this word, prodigal son? Does that mean what is emphasized, like forgiveness or what?
Yeah, it's forgiveness because he goes astray and then he comes back home and the father accepts his return. The father doesn't take it out on him or reject him.
Oh, okay. To be honest, I'm not sure if that's the case. If that's the emphasis, if that's a focus, if the focus is on the forgiveness of the father, I'm not sure the Chinese translation would be right. Yeah. Okay. But
right.
Can you?
Well, it's the prodigal son it's an analogy for, because Christ was using a parable to compare humans when they go and they sin or they do bad or wickedness in the world, and if they just return to God will be forgiving and accepting of them. So it's not meant to be like a literal story of real life. It's meant to be your relationship with God. So as long as you're willing to go back to God, God is willing to forgive.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. So the focus, the purpose of the parable is that as long as we human repent and believe in God, and even though we are sinners, we will be saved, and because God will forgive us. That
Right. Even if we go astray or we, become, not really non-Christian, but just, you go, like say for like a couple of years you don't go to church and you do things you aren't supposed to do, and when you come back you're still welcome back.
okay. Hey, but here another question is the word prodigal. I mean, does this word have anything to do with prodigy? Like smart persons? Prodigy is a noun, and the prodigal, what does that mean? I mean, what's the meaning of the word prodigal?
I'm not really sure. I never really looked it up. It could have something to do with prodigy, but I'm not certain about that.
Oh, okay. But it wouldn't be a name, right? Prodigal, it's not a name, it's an adjective. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay.